Hello everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning. In today's video, let us solve exercise 8.1 of class 10 chapter 8, which is Introduction to Trigonometry. So today we'll only be focusing on all the questions in exercise 8.1 of your NCERT textbook. The very first question is, in triangle ABC, right angled at B. So you have to draw a right angle triangle ABC, which is right angled at B. AB is given as 24 centimeters. Okay, AB is 24 centimeters. BC is given as 7 centimeters. You have to determine sin A and cos A value. So what do you mean when you say sin A? That means the reference angle is at A. So this is your angle A. Okay, now with respect to this angle theta, this is the reference angle. Angle A is your reference angle. The side which is right in front of your reference angle, this is your perpendicular. The side which is right opposite to your 90 degree, this happens to be your hypotenuse. And the third side is your base. Okay, so this is with respect to A as your reference angle, because you have to calculate sin A and cos A. So let's do the very first question. So for calculating sin A, what is the formula? What is the ratio? It is P by H, perpendicular by hypotenuse. But we don't know the hypotenuse. So let's calculate what is the hypotenuse using the Pythagoras theorem. Using Pythagoras theorem, we know h square equal to p square plus b square. What is p square? It is 7 square, right? BC plus what is your base AB? That is 24 square. So what is 7 square? 7 7s are 49 plus what is 24 square? You can multiply 24 into 24. So 4 4s are 16. Again, so 576 is the answer for 24 square, 576. Now let us add 576 plus 49. So 576 plus 49. 9 plus 6, 15. 8 plus 4, 12. And then 625. So the answer is 625 is your h square. Right? Then what will be h? H will be plus or minus root of 625, which is nothing but 25 centimeters. Okay, we'll only be taking the positive values and not the negative values. Right? Now that we know h, now it is very easy to calculate what is sin of A, P by H. Perpendicular is 7 and hypotenuse, which we just calculated, happens to be 25 centimeters. So 25. So what is the value of sin A? 7 by 25. Similarly, let us calculate cos A. Okay, so for cos A, what is the ratio? It is base by hypotenuse, B by H. So what is your base? 24. According to the figure, this is your base. Hypotenuse is 25. So 24 by 25 is the value for cos A. Right? Now, what is the next question? You are asked sin C, cos C, right? Okay, let us just mark all the lengths correctly. So, again, I am taking your right angle triangle. A, B, C, right angled at B is what is given. What is AB length? 24. What is BC length? 7 centimeters. And AC, we just calculated it to be 25 centimeters. So AB, BC, AC length we know. Now what you have to calculate is sin C and cos C. So where is your reference angle now? The reference angle is at C. So if this is your reference angle, the side which is right opposite to your angle C is your perpendicular. The side which is right in front of your 90 degrees is a hypotenuse, and BC happens to be a base. So now in the second question, what do you have to calculate? Okay, so this is the second question. Sin C, cos C. So what is sin C? P by H, perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos C is nothing but base by hypotenuse. What is sin C? 24 is your perpendicular, by hypotenuse is 25. What is cos C? Base by hypotenuse. Base is 7, hypotenuse is 25. That's your answer. So if you know all the three sides, you can find out all the 6 trigonometric ratios. If you know any two side, you can find the third side using Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So this is the answer. So we have done all of these questions. Let's move on to the second question. Yeah. In the figure, you have to find tan P minus cot R. Again, so you are given, first of all, tan P. Let us calculate what is tan P. So when you say tan P, your reference angle is here, right? So tan P, the angle is at P. So which is your perpendicular? This is your perpendicular. This happens to be a hypotenuse and this is your base. So do we know perpendicular? We don't know. Let us calculate the perpendicular now using the Pythagoras theorem. So we know h square equal to p square plus b square using the Pythagoras theorem. Right? So what is your p square equal to? H square minus b square. What is h? 13. So 13 square minus base is nothing but 12. 12 square. So 13 square is 169 minus 12 square is 144. So what you get is 25. So perpendicular is nothing but plus or minus root of 25, which is 5 centimeters. Okay. So this is equal to QR. So QR is nothing but 5 centimeters. Now let us calculate. So we have placed our reference angle at P. So tan P we can calculate. What is tan P? It's nothing but perpendicular P by B. Perpendicular by base. What is our perpendicular? It is 5. What is our base? 12. Right? So what is this? Is QR divided by base is nothing but PQ. Okay. So 5 by 12 is the answer for tan P. Correct. Now, what do you mean by cot R? So, what is the value for cot R? Let me erase this. Okay, P and B. So, cot R, if you have to calculate cot R, you have to place your reference angle at R. So, this will be your perpendicular and this will be your base. What is QR? Length of QR, it is 5 centimeters. Right? Now we have shifted our angle from P to R. So, we can easily calculate what is cot R. So, what is cot R value? Cot R is nothing but base by perpendicular. What is our base now? Base is QR. Divided by what is our perpendicular? It is PQ. So, QR is nothing but 5. And what is our PQ? It is 12. Right? So, tan P and cot R we have calculated. But what we have to find is tan P minus cot R. So, therefore, tan P minus cot R is nothing but 5 by 12 minus 5 by 12, which is equal to 0. And that's your answer. Okay. Always remember, make sure whenever you're finding the trigonometric ratios, you have to focus on where your reference angle is. And it is based on the reference angle that you will always decide where is your perpendicular and where is your base. So you just have to take care of that. And also remember the ratios, right? The sine, cos, tan. Okay. P by H. Cos is base by hypotenuse. Tan is P by B. And the reverse is nothing but inverse of the reciprocal of tan is cot, reciprocal of cosine is secant, and reciprocal of sine is cosecant. Okay, just remember these ratios and you'll be able to solve all the questions. Let's move on to the third question. Yeah, if sine A is equal to 3 by 4, calculate cos A and tan A. So what you are given is sine A is nothing but 3 by 4. So sine, the ratio is nothing but P by H. Okay. So we'll take, let our perpendicular be 3x and let our hypotenuse be 4x. So using our Pythagoras theorem, we know that h square equal to p square plus b square, and base square is nothing but h square minus p square. What is h square? 4x the whole square minus 3x the whole square. So 4 4s are 16x square minus 9x square. What is 16 minus 9? It is 7. 7x square. So what is your base? It is root of plus or minus root of 7x square, which is nothing but you will not take the negative sign. You will just take positive root 7 and then x. This is your base. Right? So now you know what is your P, B and H. Right? Now we can calculate what is cos A. So cos of angle A. So cos A is nothing but B by H. So what is your base? Root 7x by hypotenuse is 4x. So your x and x will get cancelled. So the answer is root 7 by 4. This is the value of cos A. The other calculation has to be made is for tan A. What is tan A equal to? P by B. What is our perpendicular? 3x. Divided by base is nothing but we just calculated root 7x. Again, you can cancel x and x and the answer will be 3 by root 7. This is our answer. Okay. I hope it's clear. Without even using any diagram, right angle triangle, we can directly use the ratios in order to calculate. If sine is given, you can calculate cos and tan. Or if cos is given, any one value is given, you can calculate all the other trigonometric ratio values. Let's move on to the question number 4. Yeah, you are given 15 cot A equal to 8. Find sine A, secant A. So everywhere it is the same reference angle. So you can use the same ratio in order to calculate sine and secant. So let's do it. So you are given 15 cot A equal to 8. So what is cot A equal to? 8 by 15. And what is the ratio? It is B by P. Right? So using your Pythagoras theorem, we know h square equal to p square plus b square. Okay. So here you can just write, let your base equal to 8x. Let your perpendicular be 15x. What we don't know is h. So you can write. So p square is nothing but 15x the whole square plus 8x the whole square. So you have got 225x square plus 64x square. Okay. So this is equal to, you will get 289x square. So h is nothing but plus or minus root of 289 and square root of x square is x. So here if you have to take the square root of 289, it's actually 17. You can remember it. Okay. 17 square is 289. So 17x. So h is equal to, you are getting h is equal to 17x by, you got it using your Pythagoras theorem. So once you know all these three lengths, you can calculate what is sine A. So therefore you can write sine A is equal to P by h. What is P? 15x. By h is nothing but 17x. So x and x will get cancelled. This is equal to 15 by 17. What is secant A? Secant is nothing but the reciprocal of cos. So h by b. Hypotenuse is nothing but 17x. Your base is nothing but 8x. So again, x and x will get cancelled. What remains is just 17 by 8. So these are the two values that you are asked. Right? Let's move on to the next question. Yeah, you are given secant theta. Calculate all the other trigonometric ratios. So secant theta is nothing but you are given it as 13 by 12. Secant is the reciprocal of cos. Okay, so it is h by b. Cos is b by h. Secant will be h by b. So again, let's use our Pythagoras to calculate our perpendicular. So h square equal to p square plus b square. You know h and b. So p square equal to h square minus base square. What is h square? 13 square minus base is nothing but 12 square, right? You can write here, let hypotenuse be 13x and base be 12x. Okay, here also you can include x in your answer. So h is nothing but 13x the whole square minus base is nothing but 12x the whole square. So this is 169 x square minus 144 x square. So this will be 25 x square. So p is equal to root of 25, so it's 5x plus or minus negative you will ignore. So now you know p, b and h. Secant is given. You have to calculate all the other values. So let's start. What is sine theta? P by h. What is p? 5 by h is 13. Anyways, x will get cancelled. What is cosecant of theta? H by p. Just the reciprocal. So it's nothing but 13 by 5. Okay, secant is given to you. Cos, what is cos theta? H b by h, right? Cos is b by base by hypotenuse. Base is nothing but 12. Hypotenuse is 13. And then what is tan theta? P by b. What is p? 5. What is b? 12. Okay. And what is cot theta? B by p. What is base? 12 by? Base is 12. Perpendicular is 5. So 12 by 5. So you have calculated all the other 5. Secant is already given to us. Secant theta value is already given to us. 13 by 12. Okay. It's nothing but h by b. This alone is given in the question. So you have to calculate all the other ratios. Is it clear? So this is your answer. You have to do it for any one value. If it is given to you, you can calculate all the other trigonometric ratios. Right? Let's move on to the sixth question. Yeah. So the sixth question is, if angle A and angle B are acute angles such that cos A equal to cos B, then you have to show that angle A is equal to angle B. So this is an important question. What do you mean by acute angles? Angles which are less than 90 degree. Okay. So if angle A and B are both given as acute angles, then such that cos A equal to cos B. So let's draw a triangle such that A and B are acute angles, something of this kind. Okay, so you have a triangle. So this is your angle A and angle B, both are less than 90 degree, and this happens to be angle C. Okay, so you have to draw a construction here. Draw a perpendicular from C onto your AB side. Okay, so here the very first thing that you have to do is construction. Draw you can draw CD. Okay, CD perpendicular to, draw CD perpendicular to the side AB. Right, you are given cos A is equal to cos B. Right, so if you see here, this CDA is your one right angle triangle, CDB is another right angle triangle. Okay, so both these sides, so you see CDA in this right angle triangle, angle D, CDA, this is your 90 degrees, so this will be your hypotenuse. Angle AC is your hypotenuse. Similarly, in CDB, this is your hypotenuse. Right, the side which is right opposite to your reference angle in both the right angle triangles, so CD happens to be your perpendicular. So this is your perpendicular for both the triangles, and the side AD and DB, these are your base. Okay, so now what you are given cos A. So cos A refers to this particular, in this triangle, CDA, cos A. So what is cos A equal to? B by H. So AD by AC. So let's write that. Cos A is nothing but B by H. B is nothing but AD by H is AC is equal to cos B. Again, B by H, which is BD by BC. Okay, you're just writing the ratios. So since you can write cos theta is nothing but base B by H, base by hypotenuse. Okay, so in order to make or to show that angle A is equal to angle B, okay, to find or to prove angle A is equal to angle B, right? Let us consider here we can swap these two places, right? AC will go to the upper denominator, numerator, and BD will come to the denominator. So let's write, let AD by BD is equal to AC by BC. Let it be a value, say K. So now we can cross multiply. We can write AD will be equal to K times BD and AC will be equal to K times BC. So let's write that. So AD is equal to K times BD when you just cross multiply, and AC is equal to K times BC. Let this be equation 1. Okay. Now you have to apply Pythagoras theorem to both of these right angle triangle. We know hypotenuse square is equal to P square plus B square. So let us apply Pythagoras theorem to both the right angle triangles. The right angle triangle CDA and CDB. So in triangle CDA and in triangle CDB. So hypotenuse AC square is equal to AD square plus CD square. This is your first triangle, right? In the second triangle, BC square equal to CD plus BD. So in triangle CDB, what can you write? BC square, hypotenuse square equal to CD square plus BD square. Okay. Now, if you see, CD square is common in both. So let us write CD square is equal to AC square minus AD square. Right? So let it be equation 2. Here, CD square will be equal to BC square minus BD square. So let it be equation 3. Okay. So from 1 and 3, both these expressions are equal to CD square. So you can equate the RHS. So you can write from 2 and 3. From equation 2 and 3, we can write AC square minus AD square equal to BC square minus BD square. What is AC equal to? See, AC is equal to K times BC. AD is equal to K times BD. So we are just replacing AC with KBC, AD with K into BD. So AC is nothing but K times BC the whole square, right? Minus AD is equal to K times BD the whole square, right? BC and BD equal to, you can write BC square minus BD square. Take K square common out. So you have BC square minus BD square equal to, again, BC square minus BD square here. So both these terms will get cancelled. What you have is K square is equal to 1 or K equal to plus or minus 1. Okay. Now, if you put this K equal to 1 back in equation 1, put in equation 1, what would you get? AD equal to BD and AC is equal to BC. AC equal to BC. Now, in the triangle that we took, right? In the triangle that we took, ABC. So this was the triangle that we took, ABC, right? When you have your AC is equal to BC, when you say the two sides are equal, the angle opposite to the equal sides are also equal. Okay, this is the property. This is one of the properties in the triangle. So you can write, in a triangle, the angles opposite to equal sides are also equal. So therefore, angle A is equal to angle B, hence proved. I hope it's clear. Let me tell you once again what you have to do. Okay, so this is quite an important question. You are given if angle A and B are acute angles such that cos A equal to cos B, show that angle A equal to B. Draw a triangle, okay, ABC such a way that angle A and angle B are acute angle. Acute angle means less than 90 degree. You have to draw a perpendicular line from C on to AB, that is CD perpendicular to AB. You are given cos A equal to cos B. So cos A means you have to take the first right angle triangle. So you have two right angle triangles here, CDA, CDB. CDA you have cos A equal to base by B by H. So AD by AC, right? B by H. Similarly in CDB, in this second right angle triangle, what will be BD by BC. Okay, so and then you have to prove angle A equal to B, swap these AC and BD, let it be equal to K, cross multiply. So you have AD equal to K times BD and AC equal to K times BC. Use Pythagoras theorem. Write everything in terms of CD square. Okay, equate it. Substitute the value of AC and AD from here. Okay, AC and AD as AC equal to K times BC, AD equal to K times BD. When you solve it, you will get K square equal to 1 or K equal to 1. Put it back here. So you will get AD equal to BD, and most importantly, AC is equal to BC. So in a triangle ABC, if AC is equal to BC, if any two sides are equal, then the angle opposite to the equal sides are also equal. Therefore, we have been able to prove that angle A is equal to angle B, hence proved. So this is how you have to write and solve. This is an important question. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. If cot theta is equal to 7 by 8, you have to evaluate the given. Let's do it. So cot theta is equal to 7 by 8. This is nothing but base by perpendicular, right? So your base will be, let it be 7x, perpendicular, let it be 8x. So what is h square? H square equal to p square plus b square. What is p square? 8x the whole square plus base is nothing but 7x the whole square. So 64x square plus 49x square. What is 64 plus 49? 113 x square, right? So hypotenuse will be root of 113 and going to take the x outside the square root. So h is nothing but, so therefore using Pythagoras theorem, you have got hypotenuse is equal to root of 113x. Okay, now you have to evaluate what is in the first question. You have to find out sine theta, cos theta. So what is sine theta? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. It is 8 by root of 113. What is cos theta? B by h, base by hypotenuse. Base is nothing but 7. Hypotenuse is root of 113. Okay. Now let's go ahead with the question. The first question is 1 plus cos theta, 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta. Okay. So I'm just going to write the same question. 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta whole divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. So this is equal to 1 minus a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. Similarly, the denominator also, a square minus b square. Now let's substitute 1 minus, what is sine theta? It is 8 by root 113 the whole square divided by 1 minus 7 divided by root of 113 the whole square. Okay, so this is equal to 1 minus 8 square, 64. 8 8s are 64 divided by 113 whole divided by 1 minus 49 divided by 113. Okay, when you take the LCM, 113 minus 64 divided by 113 will come. In the denominator, you will have 113 minus 49 divided by 113. This denominator terms will get cancelled. So what will be left is just 113 minus 64 whole divided by 113 minus 49. So what is 113 minus 64? It is 49 on solid. Divided by 113 minus 49 is 64. Okay. So this is the value that you are getting. Okay. Is it clear? There is another alternate method that you can use to solve this. You can write down method 2. The other method is, when you are writing the given question in terms of 1 minus sine square divided by 1 minus cos square. What is 1 minus sine square? So 1 minus sine square theta divided by 1 minus cos square theta. 1 minus sine square is nothing but cos square theta. 1 minus cos square is nothing but sine square theta. What is cos by sine? It is cot square theta. And what is cot square theta? What is cot theta equal to? So from here, you can write, you can find out cot theta is nothing but b by p. What is base? It is 7. What is the perpendicular? 8. 7 by 8. So you can write 7 by 8 the whole square, which is equal to 49 by 64. So very easily you have done method 2. Method 1, you are not using the identity, that is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Right? Therefore, you have your sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta, and cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. Okay. So this is the first answer. Second one, you have to find out what is cot square theta. So we just calculated, right? What is cot square theta? The same thing. Okay, so this is your second answer. Cot square theta. Okay, this is the answer number 2. Second answer. Cot square theta is equal to your base by perpendicular the whole square. Okay. So in turn here, 7 by 8 the whole square. So this is the answer for the second one. Hope it's clear. So cot square and this. So this separately they have asked as a second question. Let's move on to the 8th question. Yes. If 3 cot A equal to 4, you have to check whether 1 minus tan square A divided by 1 plus tan square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. So what is cot A equal to? Cot A is equal to 4 by 3. So this is equal to B by P. Tan is P by B. Cot is base by perpendicular. So let your base be 4x. Let perpendicular be 3x. So what is your h square? Equal to p square plus base square. P square is nothing but 3x the whole square plus base 4x the whole square. So 9x square plus 16x square, which is 25x square. So h is equal to 5x. So right, and therefore h is equal to 5x. Now you need to find out what is tan A. You need sin A, cos A also. Right? So let us find out what is tan A. It is P by B. That is P is 3, base is 4. Okay, what is the value for cos and sin? So sin A is nothing but P by H, perpendicular by hypotenuse. So 3 by 5. And your cos A is equal to B by H. What is your base? 4 by 5. Right? So let us take our LHS first of all. Let's take only this term. 1 minus tan square A. 1 minus tan square A divided by 1 plus tan square A. So 1 minus tan A is 3 by 4. The whole square divided by 1 plus 3 by 4 the whole square. Okay. So what is it equal to? 1 minus 9 by 16 divided by 1 plus 9 by 16. So if you take 16 as the LCM, you will have 16 minus 9 in the numerator. The denominator 16 will get cancelled. 16 plus 9. What is 16 minus 9? It is 7. 16 plus 9 is 25. That's your answer. Okay, this is LHS. What is RHS? Sin cos square minus sin square. So let's take our RHS. Cos square A minus sin square A. What is cos square A? 4 by 5 the whole square minus 3 by 5 the whole square. So 4 4s are 16 by 25 minus 9 by 25. It's the same thing that you're getting. 16 minus 9 whole divided by 25 when you're taking LCM. So this is also equal to 7 by 25. Therefore, you can write LHS equal to RHS, hence proved. So you have been able to prove that using the values of the trigonometric ratio, 1 minus tan square A divided by 1 plus tan square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. This is equal. Okay, let's move on to question number 9. In triangle ABC, which is right angled at B, if tan A is equal to 1 by root 3, find the value of sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. Let us draw our right angle triangle. It is right angled at B. So this is our right angle triangle. Okay, this is right angled at B. So you have A, B, C. You are given tan A. Okay, so this is your hypotenuse. This happens to be a perpendicular and base. Okay, so what you are given is tan A equal to 1 by root 3. So P by B. What is your perpendicular? It is just 1. Base is nothing but root 3x. Let us denote it by S. So P is equal to 1x and base be equal to root 3x. Let us calculate the hypotenuse. H square equal to P square plus B square. What is P square? So 1x the whole square plus root 3x the whole square. Okay, so this is x square plus 3x square, which is 4x square. Therefore, h is equal to plus or minus root of 4x square, which is 2x. This is your hypotenuse. Okay, so therefore you can write h is equal to 2x. Now, this is with reference to angle A. So you can calculate and keep what and all with respect to angle A, what all you need. You need sin A and cos A, right? Let's calculate what is sin A and cos A. So therefore, sin A equal to P by H. What is sin A? It is just 1x divided by 2x, which is 1 by 2. And what is cos A? It is B by H. B is nothing but root 3x by H is 2x. So it's nothing but root 3 by 2. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to shift our angle from from angle A to angle C. Okay. So what will happen is these two will get interchanged. P and B will get interchanged. Now this will become your perpendicular and this will become the base. BC will become your base. So with respect to angle C, now you can calculate what is sin C and cos C. Okay. So here, what is your sin C equal to P by H? What is your H? It is 2x. So directly write down sin x is equal to P by H, root 3 by 2. What is your cos C? Base by hypotenuse. So 1 by 2. So this is your sin C and cos C. Okay. Now therefore you can calculate. Therefore sin A cos C. Therefore sin A cos C plus cos A sin C plus cos A sin C is equal to what is sin A value? 1 by 2 multiplied by cos C, again 1 by 2 plus cos A root 3 by 2 multiplied by what is sin C? Again root 3 by 2. So here it is, it's root 3 by 2. Okay, cos A is root 3 by 2, sin C is also root 3 by 2. Just solve it. It is 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. So the LCM is 4. Here you have 1 plus 3, which is nothing but 4 by 4, which is equal to 1. Okay, this value is 1. Now the second one, cos A cos C, the second one, cos A cos C minus sin A sin C. What is cos A? Root 3 by 2. Multiplied by what is cos C? 1 by 2. Minus sin A is 1 by 2. Multiplied by sin C is nothing but root 3 by 2. So here both the cases you are getting root 3 by 4 minus root 3 by 4. So it's equal to 0. So the second answer is 0. The first answer is 1. Right? So this is your first answer and this is your second answer. So both we are able to solve it. Next, moving on to the 10th question. So here you are given in triangle PQR right angled at Q. PQ plus QR is equal to 25 centimeters. PQ alone is 5 centimeters. Determine the value of sin P, cos P and tan P. First of all, let us draw a right angle triangle. Okay, so this is your right angle triangle which is right angled at Q. So this happens to be P and R. You are given, so what angles are you given here with respect to, you have to find the values of sin P, cos P, tan P. So where is our reference angle? This is your reference angle theta. Okay. Now what you are given, PQ is 5 centimeters. PR plus QR is equal to, together it is given as 25. So let's write that PR plus QR equal to 25 centimeter. This is given. PQ is nothing but 5 centimeter. Right? You have to find sin P, cos P and tan P. Now using our Pythagoras theorem is the only thing that we know. So let's apply Pythagoras and see if we are able to find the other sides. So using Pythagoras, we know PR square equal to PQ square plus QR square. Okay, so what is PR square equal to? PQ is nothing but 5 square plus QR square, right? So in place of what is PR equal to? So from equation 1, let me put this as equation 1. So from 1, I can write PR is equal to 25 minus QR. Okay, let this be equation 2 and PR in terms of QR, let it be equation 3. So you can put 3 in equation 2. Put it in 2. Put 3 in equation 2. So what do you get? PR is 25 minus QR the whole square equal to 5 square. That is 25 plus QR square. Just solve it. This is A minus B the whole square. So 25 square. What is 25 square? Let's write it as it is, and in the next step we'll expand it. So 25 square plus QR square minus 2AB 50 QR is equal to 25 plus QR square. Okay, this QR square will get cancelled. So 25 the whole square, let it remain as it is, minus 25, okay, equal to, I'm going to take 50 QR to the other side. Take 25 common out. What you have inside is 25 minus 1 equal to 50 QR. Okay. So what is QR equal to? 25 multiplied by 24 divided by 50. Right. So 25 2 so 50 and then you can cancel it out. So 2, 12. 2 ones are 2, 2 2s are 4. So QR is equal to, therefore, you have got QR equal to 12. If QR is equal to 12, what is PR then? Put it in 3. So put in equation 3. If you put in equation 3, what is PR? PR is equal to 25 minus QR is 12. So this is 1, 5 minus 2, which is 3. So we have got PR equal to 13. So all the sides now we know, isn't it? What is QR? 12. QR is 12. And what is PR is 13. Right? So here this is your perpendicular, this is your hypotenuse, and this is your base. You have to calculate what is sine P. So, and let me write it here itself, wherever I have place. So sine P is equal to P by H. What is P by H? 12 by 13. Okay, it's 12 by sine P is nothing but 12 by 13. What else is asked? Cos P, B by H, 5 by 13. Okay, so cos P is nothing but base by hypotenuse, 5 by 13. And what else is asked? Tan P, P by B. What is P by B? 12 by 5. Right? So tan P is nothing but 12 by 5. If you want, you can even write the, in the bracket you can write this is perpendicular by hypotenuse. This is base by hypotenuse. This is perpendicular by base. You can even write this for your reference. Okay, so these are your 3 answers. So once you get all the 3 sides, you'll be able to calculate all of the trigonometric ratios. Okay. Let's go on to the last question, 11th question. Yeah. The value of tan A, you have to just state whether the following statements are true or false and justify your answer. The value of tan A is always less than 1. See, what is tan A? The first answer. Tan A will be equal to perpendicular by base. Okay, you can have a scenario wherein your 3 scenarios are possible. Either P will be equal to base or perpendicular will be less than base, or perpendicular will be greater than base. If P and B are equal, what will be the value of tan A? It will be 1. If P is less than B, what will be the value of tan A? It will be less than 1. It will be negative. If P is greater than 1, if the numerator is bigger than the denominator, it will be positive. Tan A will be greater than 1. So, any of these scenarios are possible. It is not necessary that always tan A has to be less than 1. It can be greater than 1 or it can also be equal to 1. So, the first answer is nothing but it is false. Okay. Second question. Secant A equal to 12 by 5. Secant A. What is secant A? It is the reciprocal of cos. So, h by b. So, h by b you are given as 12 by 5. Okay. So, here hypotenuse is greater than base for some value of angle A. Yeah, the greatest side, the biggest side of a triangle is always a hypotenuse. So, it is true. Okay, there is a possibility. Because hypotenuse is greater than b, yes, it is true. Cos is the abbreviation used for cosecant of angle A. No, this is false. Why? Because cos is the abbreviation of cosine. Okay. Cos is the abbreviation of cosine of angle A is what is called cos of A. So, this is false. Cot A is the product of cot and A. No, it's wrong. Always it is cot of angle. It's cot and A cannot be separated. Okay. Cot of angle A. So, this is also false. These two are not separate entities or separate values. Cot of angle A, it's one value of a specific angle. The last question, sin theta is equal to 4 by 3. So, what is sin theta equal to? It's P by H. And in this particular ratio, hypotenuse is lesser than hypotenuse you are given. Hypotenuse is less than your perpendicular. Is it possible that hypotenuse is usually the biggest side, the largest side of a triangle? So, hypotenuse cannot be less than the perpendicular. So, this is also not possible. Okay. So, this is also false. Okay, you can write it is not possible. Okay. I hope it's clear, all of you. So, this was the last question of exercise 8.1. I hope you understood. Make sure you do all of the questions. You practice all the questions thoroughly. This will only help you build your concept all the more better. Let me know if you have any doubts. Continue learning. Practice a lot of questions every day, topic by topic. Complete one chapter at a time, one concept at a time. And you'll definitely be thorough at it. Okay. Hope to see you in another video. Take care. Happy learning.